There's a dead zone in the Gulf of Mexico that is the size of the state of Connecticut.
What?
And it's all because of animal agriculture, because they're dumping the animal feces into the water. And what happens is all the excess nitrogen that's in there, it creates like algal blooms. The algae feed on it, and then when the algae die off, the decomposition process breaks down, it depletes all of the oxygen from the water. So that area where all the algae is dying off has no more oxygen, and all life in the water dies. And so we're looking at ocean dead zones that are all over the world where there's no life whatsoever in those areas of the oceans and the bodies of water. And it's all because of people eating meat.
And then that's going to affect the amount of oxygen in the atmosphere as well, right?
Well, because the plankton are dying off,
yeah,
and the plankton provide us with a large percentage of our oxygen on land. So yeah, definitely.
Plus all the methane.
The methane, the nitrous oxide.
I was reading these
carbon dioxide
stats that if you just stop eating meat, it's more effective in reducing your carbon footprint than getting rid of your car.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Animal agriculture produces like many times more greenhouse gases than all the entire transportation sector combined in the world.
555.
Over half of the land in the United States is dedicated to raising animals for food. So, you know, we're losing all of our land to it. We've already deforested about hundreds of millions of acres of forest in the United States for
so we can grow food, so we can feed it to the cattle, so we can eat the cattle, so the cattle can poison our land and poison our bodies.
So we can get sick and die.
What?
It's the worst cycle.
It's insane.
The
it's
fact
an insane
that people
cycle.
buy into it is just so wrong. Look at this.
Look at this. Yeah. Here it is.
Part of the problem.
Again.
And see that swamp over there? That's all feces.
Yep.
Where there are pig farms, where there's hog farms, and there's the feces that they spray, there's over 331 chemicals in the air that you're breathing in just from being in that area. And those chemicals all cause respiratory disease and all kinds of illnesses, lymph cancer, lymphatic cancer.
Swine, like, I don't even know why anyone would eat that. Like, meat in general, but especially swine. Like,
parasites, and that was part of the whole plan with that man that was Sigmund Freud's uncle, or Sigmund Freud's nephew. What was his name? He wrote the book, Edward Bernays. He wrote the book called Propaganda in the early 1900s, and he was the one responsible for all the campaigns that were teaching people. Like, he was the one that did the public relation campaigns to make women feel empowered with smoking, and he's one of the people that, well, he is the person who made eating bacon popular, because he was able to manipulate the public into thinking that was the healthy thing for breakfast. Oh, you need to eat bacon for breakfast. And so then everyone jumped on board.
Meanwhile, it's like sludge for your arteries, just being poured through your body.
Everything. For your epithelium, the cells that line your arteries, your blood vessels, every organ in your body, your lungs especially. Your lungs, processed meats and nitrosamines are more harmful to your lungs than cigarettes. And people don't realize that. And then when you get people who smoke and eat that meat, they're doomed. When your lungs go, that's it. You can't get that back. I mean, there's a chance you could if you did everything right, but most people aren't willing to do that. They've gone that far. They've eaten their way so deeply into the disease. They don't even know how to begin, and when people tell them, it's just way too difficult. Well, I can't give up meat. I'd rather die.
Exactly.
Die then.
Exactly. Die then.
I mean, That's their
You'll
choice.
do the environment a favor.
But instead of just dying, they let the oncologists get paid first and steal
Yeah, I'll
everything.
pay you to kill me and...
But to wait, take my house first and take everything
Yeah.
I have to pass along to my family, so that they inherit nothing from me.
That woman that I was telling you about that I was working with, she had asked me about my diet, whatever. She was like, oh, it sounds like so much work. You should be a vegan. And I was like, yeah, well, once you know what's best for yourself, you can't just do the opposite. Otherwise, you're just playing yourself. And she just got this look come over her face, and she looked kind of scared. She was like, could see like the gears turning, you know. She's like, oh, I'm playing myself. I was like, yes,
You gotta have her watch that documentary.
yes.
What the hell? Everyone needs to watch that film. And it's crazy because right after the film came out, the American Medical Association made that announcement that they're banning processed meat.
What the hell?
Yeah, what the hell? Because people are now seeing that it's not ignorance, it's criminality. These people are truly criminals.
Mhm.
And there are criminals running all these organizations. And
Most of them don't even eat the pus and the dead flesh. They're like eating organic and shit because they know that they're poisoning the populace.
Yeah, and well, it's funny because Kib, the director of that film, he went to like American Diabetes Association website to check their meal plans, and they're all beef, meat, all these things, and he's showing all these studies that are linking the meat to diabetes. It's like, well, why are they encouraging people to eat meat on a website that's supposed to help
Right.
like heal diabetes? And so it came to the conclusion it's like they don't even want to cure or prevent this, they just want to
That's why.
prolong people's lives while they have it, while they're enslaved to medications, and just have them continue eating the crap that keeps the disease alive. And so he called the place and he interviewed with the CEO or whatever and the chief scientist of this American Diabetes Association. And right when he starts bringing up food, he's like, well, you know, I went on your website and I was kind of alarmed to see that you guys are promoting beef and all these foods, and when there are several studies that show that this meat is linked to, he goes, those studies don't exist, this interview's over, and like kicked him out.
What?
And the same thing happened with American Heart Association. He's like, well, knowing it's well known now that heart disease is a meat eater's disease, there's several studies, why is the American Heart Association encouraging people to eat processed meat and beef and all these foods that create heart disease? Same thing with the Susan B. Komen breast cancer awareness. They're promoting dairy and all these foods that are known to cause breast cancer. And so he does a really good job pointing it out. And with the American Cancer Society, one of the featured recipes is bacon wrapped shrimp on the American Cancer Society website, when processed meat is labeled as a carcinogen. He's like, why are you... So he calls them, he's like, yeah, I'm just calling because I'm wondering why on your website you're promoting processed meat when processed meat is labeled as a carcinogen. So you're a cancer website trying to help people to eliminate cancer, but you're telling them to eat carcinogenic food. It just doesn't really... No one could answer his question. We can't discuss that with you. And so then he goes and types in sponsors for each of these organizations. All Meat, National Cattlemen's Beef Association, like all these, Tyson Foods.
Yeah.
Those are the companies that all these organizations are getting money from to stay in business. And so they're promoting these foods that are creating the cancers, and then they're also sponsored by all the pharmaceutical companies. And so you're seeing... You're getting a visual of the real truth and the criminal, you know, the crime that is being committed behind all of it.
Wow.
It's a really powerful film. I mean, and it's stuff I've been writing about for years.
But it's multifaceted if you get to see it in film too. That's
Right, and I'm glad that he took the time to go through that and put together. He got like all the best vegan doctors to it's pretty much all medical doctors talking, but medical doctors who know the truth. And so, you're listening to real doctors, so people who, are doubtful, like, oh, these are doctors saying. For me, it's like, doctors don't know anything, but there are a few that do. And thankfully, he grabbed a select few and put them on the film.
That's great. I will definitely recommend that to folks in my job.
Yeah, thank you for sharing.
Yeah, thank you. Because, I don't even know where to begin when I talk to them, because it's like, if I were to just, like, my base level of consciousness, if I were to just start there, I feel like they'd totally be overwhelmed. And they would just shrug it off because it'd be way over their head, So I want to be as approachable as possible when I talk to them about it, and I want them to be able to understand and not be intimidated, by me.
Yeah, so have them watch the film and then tell them after, then do a question and answer or something.
Yeah.
I guess you should probably watch the film first.
Right. Yeah, I will.
And then you see the signs. Fresh beef is always better.
Oh God. Exit now.
It's criminal, and they need to have warning labels on everything that say this food causes cancer, like they do on cigarettes, because all the food does. And the fact that they're bought out to the point where they don't even require that because they just accept money over it. Who are these people who are supposed to be looking out for the best interests of public health, and they're not? All these people are criminals, and
they have names and they have addresses.
And if they're really going to start throwing people in prisons, they need to put all the people that are running the prisons in the prisons and take all the other people out and reform them.